Hong Kong is a melting pot of old and new, a fusion of Eastern and Western culture. This bustling metropolis is a major financial centre and port for international trade and commerce. One of the main ways in which the locals escape from the demands of the city is by spending a day or night at the races. At each meet, 6 million bets are processed. Over 80 horses take to the start gates, and the atmosphere in the stands is electric.
It's on a higher scale than anything else in the world, you know, week in, week out.
We race here about 83 times a year, and it's pretty non-stop. The crowd here, the people here are absolutely passionate about it.
It's a very important part of the community, the jockey club, and I think that that's not necessarily the case anywhere else.
Most of the top races now are like in the top 50 Group 1s in the world, so you know, you just see how a higher platform has been put on, and that just goes to show how good it's run and the attraction.
Every jockey that comes to Hong Kong comes here because they're the best at what they do in their area around the world. So it is extremely competitive.
Obviously the horses are all high class, so you know, you put all those ingredients together and you've got a ultra competitive international field every week, and I suppose that's probably what makes it most special.
Founded in 1884, the Hong Kong Jockey Club operates 2 racecourses, the 85,000 capacity Sha Tin track and the Happy Valley racecourse, where the party atmosphere at evening races attracts both local workers and tourists alike. Over 1,200 horses are stabled in Sha Tin. The popularity density in Hong Kong peaks at 130,000 people per square kilometre, so there's little room for humans here, let alone livestock. Hong Kong's 24 licensed trainers have to come up with novel coaching methods. Englishman Richard Gibson has been based in Hong Kong since 2011, having previously worked out of Chantilly in France.
Well, in Hong Kong, you've got to adapt to the conditions. You know, the climate's tough, the training conditions are more confined than they would be in Europe. You know, these horses don't eat any grass, they don't go out into any paddocks. They just train on one track. We've got no hills, so it's very different. So the good horse has to adapt.
24,000 people are employed in Sha Tin, including farriers, track attendants and stud hands. The club also operates its own veterinary practice, anti-doping laboratory and an equine swimming pool for use by all of the bloodstock here. 61-year-old Australian John Size currently tops the trainers' rankings in Hong Kong with over 50 victories this season.
One of the main things about Jockey Club is they constantly upgrade everything, and if something's not working perfectly, they'll try their best to try and make it perfect. You know, so this is they obviously have the turnover and the money to do that, which they're very fortunate in that way. But they're never shy about trying to improve things if you can sort of provide an example of what you might want.
One of the premier events on the Hong Kong racing calendar is the Champions Mile, a 1,600-metre Group 1 flat race for thoroughbreds aged 3 and above. This year, 12 runners were scheduled to compete at the Sha Tin racecourse for a stake of the 14 million Hong Kong dollar prize purse. The overwhelming favourite was Japan's Horse of the Year, Maurice, who was looking to become only the 2nd overseas winner of the event. He claimed victory in all 6 of his race starts in 2015, including the Hong Kong Mile in December. His most serious threat to the win was tipped to come from 2 Hong Kong-based horses, the Richard Gibson-trained Giant Treasure and the 5-year-old chestnut gelding Contentment, from the stable of 2-time Champions Mile winner John Size.
An important element of it is to be able to produce the horse at one particular hour, you know, and if you can aim for that and work your way back from that point, well, you're somewhere near the point of success that's required, because you don't get a second chance. And I think if you can actually get your horse there, get it qualified and run well, it's quite gratifying.
Last year's champion mile winner João Moreira and 33-year-old Australian Zac Purton currently occupy the top 2 positions in the Hong Kong Jockeys Premiership. Between them, they've amassed over 180 victories this season. In this year's mile, João Moreira saddled pre-race favourite Maurice, while Zac Purton was hoping to cause an upset on the 14-to-1 shot Bow Creek.
He's only a young horse and he still wants to do a little bit wrong in his races, so the more he can race, the better he's going to get. It's going to be nice to see how he's going to step up against a horse like Maurice from Japan, who won the mile here in December, and also the other local horses we have here. It's going to be a good competitive race.
The atmosphere is very exciting. It does get on you. If you're not calm and relaxed, it can get up into your mind, can get you to be a little bit lost. But so far, I've been able to handle the pressure, and to be honest, I'm really enjoying the game.
All the horses got out of the stalls quickly. Bow Creek was placed nicely in the pack, and Contentment was tucked in on the rails in 3rd. Maurice, saddled by João Moreira in the red and yellow silks and green cap, eased wide and kicked on for the final furlong. The John-sized trained Contentment tried to match his acceleration. But it was Moreira's charge Maurice who powered clear to cross the line 2 lengths ahead of Contentment in 2nd, with Packing Pins in 3rd. The result secured back-to-back Champions Mile victories for Brazilian jockey João Moreira, while Maurice extended his winning streak to 7, staking his claim as the world's top miler.